Hey, we got Drewz Viewz, and I'm back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to some anime on Monday. And today I'm continuing Apocalypse Hotel with episode 11, the penultimate episode of the first season here. Still not sure if there is going to be another season or anything like that. I would assume that there would be, but I don't know. This was an original anime, not based on a manga, and I'm not really sure on how popular it was, but I'm really enjoying it. Sad that it's going to be ending soon here, but 2 more episodes. This one's called Wag Your Tail, but Never Wag a Shift. Oh, I think this is not one of the original 10 rules from the hotel owner. Don't remember this one. It sounds kind of weird too. I mean, does wagging a shift mean like slacking off or something, I guess? And then wag your tail. I don't know, the robots don't really have tails. I guess it could be for the Procyon family, or, you know, the Tanukis do have tails. Last time on Clean Sheets symbolized pure hearts, which was one of the original 10. We got a new Tanuki character, the daughter of Ponko and Ponsen, Tamako. I don't remember if she was wagging her tail, but she was definitely causing lots of mischief. She also seems to have the ability to do, obviously all the Tanukis like turn into kind of human form, but Tamako is seeming to be able to turn into anyone, like make anyone's face. She made the face of what she was calling the Candy Man, which turned out to be a mad bomber named Squirty Squirt or something like that. Slurpy Slurp? I think that's what he said his name was. But oh no, yeah, Squirty Squirt was the detective that came in that looked like him because they're the same species. However, the bomber character had died, and they were trying to cover it up. Yachio wanted to cover it up because of, you know, the hotel's reputation, so her and Pongo were doing that the whole ep, but Pongo's daughter kept getting in the way and trying to reveal what was going on, and also implied to her father that Pongo was cheating on him, which led to some funny screwball antics. Anyway, then the detective character also died. He did get to watch a nice film before he died, where an inspector won the day. Yeah, they show films at old films at the hotel now, I guess, for the guests, but yeah, both these aliens of the same species passed away. It seems like, and this was not really spelled out, but it seems like it had something to do with, they both drank tea from these cups made by Ponko's brother, who's an adult now as well, and they cut to him a few times, interestingly. So yeah, it seemed like those aliens were like allergic to that type of pottery or something, but and they both, I guess both their deaths will be covered up by Yachio. So anyway, last time was really the last 2 episodes. Between the last 2 episodes, a lot of time had passed, but in the individual episodes themselves, only a short time, a couple days maybe, which can be different for this show. A lot of times one episode will span years or a long time, so we'll see what we get with this penultimate one here. And as usual, I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm expecting that anything could happen. I mean, since it is the second last, maybe they'll bring some type of plot line with the humans back. Will they get some sign of human life somewhere? Will Yachio get that? I don't know. Maybe they're just gone from the world, but I will find out by not wagging my shift on Anime Monday. Let's do it. Yachio hanging out with a hoodie. What the heck? Casual Friday? It says happy also. The original gift from the first alien guest is really sprouted. Labor law, okay. She have a day off.
いろいろ良くないことが起こるらしいので、そのあたりは理解しています。本校は地球のことを勉強してるちゃんが色っぽに状態のいい本屋さんがある。持ってきた。
Old labor standards, eh?
ですが、はいはい。休みは必要ないって言うんでしょ？却下。動き続ければ。とにかくやちおちゃんは明日明後日お休みないように制服も没収ね。脱いでポンチャカポンチャカ。
Wow. All right, button down and hoodie.
一体何をすればいいんです？
You could leave the hotel, yeah.
ようこそ。 夕食ホテル金ガラ
Where's Tamako?
いたします。
Is she looking a little older, maybe? It's probably some years have passed again. She's taking money. It is really funny that they essentially don't charge the guests, I guess, so they just let them have them earn some money. Alright, well, I guess not leaving the hotel. Checking in.
あ、どうも。
It does look like the type of alien saw were the couple, some of the earlier guests, and then she came back later after they broke up. Not the same ones, though, obviously.
汚れなし、アメニティよし、シャンプーハット。
It was there. This is a real workaholic. Okay, we usually don't look at stuff like this. What part is that?
このホテルはペットも宿泊可能に逃げ出すので、まあ口コミ通りのうちのドラドラちゃんも一緒。
Batharoo. Yeah, they still have a statue up. Oh, what is that? Visiting the robot graveyard. That's why. Alright, well, she's got out of the hotel at least. Classic trying on clothes montage. There she is. Procyon house. Snow one's home. Some unusual animals to be around Ginza.
しようよ。それはお客様からの。
Oh, interesting. Swear Ponko got those books. An old cafe. Karaoke. Gambling. Sounds like Beba's voice. What idea did she get? lovers. Like the menagerie all of a sudden. Camp out's over. What is this part that she needs? Hello, neighbor. Yeah, all the cars still there. It's a baby horse. Nice. What an animal-filled episode. I guess that's why it's talking about wagging your tail. They just wanted to show. Another Yacho variant. Yeah. Oh. Do the parts still work? Not the reason why she was damaged. Alright. Thanks for your service. Horse friend's back. What? Someone's pet. Get bit by a Pegasus. Ah, that guy's pet. Okay.
やちおちゃん、休みどうだった？生きている感じがしました。
Wow, alright. Well, a lot of times on like penultimate episodes of a season, there'll be a big action thing, a big cliffhanger going into the final episode of a season, but as usual, Apocalypse Hotel, you know, zags when you think it's gonna zig. I don't know. A slow, contemplative episode that mostly just featured Yachio wandering around the ruins of Ginza and Tokyo, I guess, ostensibly looking for a spare part she needed, which she ultimately found from a fellow fallen sister. But yeah, kind of getting reinvigorated, spending time with animals, camping out. Yeah, so I guess Ponko studying up on labor law, and said she needed to take a little time, which is good. You know, Yachio is a workaholic, even though she is a robot, and ultimately it worked because she did need a new part. We didn't really see what it was for or anything, unless I missed it, but yeah, I feel like this is the most we've seen of like I said, the ruins are like what's left of, or what's happened to it. And interesting that I guess I do remember the one episode when they showed the flashback to it where the original aliens gift dropped in there into like that pond. Then they pulled it out, and obviously it's in the fish tank thing at the hotel growing, but it seems to be some of it was left in the pond too, and it's growing there as well and attracting other animals. Also, yeah, there's a camel there. We saw a camel in that one original episode too with the sandworm thing, so we already knew that animals that don't belong in Japan have gotten there now. And yeah, when they showed the pond, there was other like sub-Saharan type animals there. But then later we saw a bunch of seals, which I feel like is not in Japan either, on the beach. So it seems like there's animals from all type of climates coming in. So it's who knows what the Earth's climate is now. Can it just support all type of animals, I guess, everywhere or here? I don't know. Yeah, she walked along all the cars. I guess we've seen it before, but they showed it more this time. Just rows and rows of cars left abandoned, obviously. I guess eventually it will disintegrate. Who knows how long that takes, thousands of years. And you know, it's an old like coffee shop and old kind of like casino thing. Yeah, looking at old guidebooks, and then also stopping to admire some of her own achievements, like they have the space thing and have her face on there. I'm looking at the whiskey distillery, all of that. Yeah, I wonder how much. Obviously, they've got the hotel humming, Ponko and crew, mostly Ponko, I feel like, but are at her direction. But I wonder how, if they put their minds to it, they could get even more things going back in Ginza here, like start more businesses. I don't know, but yeah, not a lot happened. Obviously, well, the pets are allowed at the hotel now, and then yeah, obviously, like I said, a lot of animal stuff this time. But she made friends with a Pegasus at the end there, not a non-Earth animal, which bit her, but we got a new achievement unlocked. There've been a couple episodes for that. I feel like one of those weird things. She flew it around, then returned it back to the guests, so still can't help helping out the hotel, even on her off day when she's rocking the happy hoodie. Yeah, I mean, this is just another example of why the show is so good, I think. We can just do an episode like this. You know, I'm very interested to see how they're going to end, the note they're going to end on here. I feel like there will be some type of plot stuff going on next time. Again, you know, never good to try to predict on this show, but the next episode is called Aim to be the #1 hotel in the galaxy, which I think was the first of the tenets or rules from the hotel owner. So now it's the last episode of the season. We'll see what happens. I'm still thinking it's possible there could be some life form or some signs of human life coming back, but again, maybe not. Yeah, well, whatever Yachio gets up to in the final episode, I'm gonna be interested and excited to see, along with the rest of the crew at the Gingaru there. But until that time, next Monday, I'm up on out of here. Peace.